Let's turn our attention to something that you've said recently and pointed us towards the interest rate differential that used to exist as far as home loan rates are concerned between India and, for example, the United States. Explain to our viewers what has changed and what does it really mean?
Yeah, well, when it comes to the home loan interest rate in India, it would be somewhere around 8.5 to about 9%. But today, when the mortgage is now coming up for the repricing, even in US and UK, they are being repriced almost at similar kind of rates. But that is in dollar term and also in the pound sterling term. Whereas in India, it is in the rupee term, this loan is available at this rate. And that is one of the reasons why when it comes to, uh, if we look at the developed market, maybe the US Treasury, etc., the kind of rates at which they are now prevailing, the differential in the inflation between the two countries is not really reflected in that. So this actually augurs a scenario where perhaps Indian interest rate trajectory is softer as of now as compared to what we are observing in the West.
And could this sort of be enhanced once the RBI starts cutting rate at whatever point of time? Some people say maybe towards the end of this year.
I think what I would say is that if we look at the current account deficit, which is much in a better shape, and also the way Reserve Bank of India is ensuring that there should be the right liquidity in the system, there should not be excess liquidity, there should not be any deficit in the liquidity in the system. And also, the fact remains that there is not much of supply side challenge in India. I think we are very well positioned to ensure that inflation stays in control and which eventually will show up in the interest rate also. And also, I would like to mention that Reserve Bank of India has decoupled itself from the global central banks as far as the interest rate movements are concerned. It is actually very closely looked into by MPC as far as the market movement, the price movement is concerned in the country, and based upon that, the decisions are taken.
So, in some ways, Aatmanirbhar monetary policy.
Yes, I fully agree with you.
Will you try and hazard a guess as to when we could see a reversal from the RBI?
My sense is that as of now, though we are in the month of November, we are at about 5.5 as far as inflation was concerned. And prior to that, we have seen the levels of 4.9 also. So I expect that maybe towards in the third quarter of this 24-25, we should hopefully see the interest rate cuts.